here with colored bones. You see that? You see that? The blue ones. Okay, so we have bones colored in blue. So humerus. Okay, humerus. Blue, blue, blue. So a dolphin's fin has the same kind of a bone. So as the bats, a horse, a cat, and a human's arm. Okay, all with the blue bones. Okay, all right, and look at the green one. Okay, radius. Okay, so our arm, this bone is here. Okay, so as a cat also have the same similar bone structure. Horse and a bat and a dolphin, same thing. So it colored in different so it's easier for us to distinguish. So we have a yellow one, orange, purple, and a pink. All these animals, human, cats, horse, bats, and dolphins. Okay, we have very similar bone structures, which means long time ago, we were from the a similar ancestors. But then evolutions for us, we want to. A dolphin lives in the ocean. A dolphin needs a fin to swim, so it become a fin. A bird needs to fly in the sky, so it has a wing. A horse needs to run really fast, so it becomes very powerful legs. Okay, so it's a cat and the humans. Okay, so this kind of structure are called homologous structures. All right, so let's continue. Okay, as the
but the anatomical structures look similar. Why would the bones in a dolphin's flipper have bones similar to what you use to grasp objects? These are homologous structures, similar anatomy, different functions. Notice that they are made up of similar bones. Each structure has a humerus, two forearm bones, the radius, which is in green, and the ulna, which is yellow, metacarpals, and phalanges. Notice that the dolphin has 5 phalanges, just like we have 5 fingers. But also notice that each structure has a slightly different function. The horse uses this structure to walk and run, and the bat uses this structure to fly, and again, the dolphin uses it to swim. Homologous structures can be used to infer evolutionary relationships among organisms. Because the structures are similar with the human, cat, horse, bat, and dolphin, it is easy to infer that they all came from a common ancestor. Analogous structures are basically the opposite of homologous structures. These structures are anatomically different, yet have a similar function. Let's take a look at 2 examples. First, the wing of an insect and the wing of a bird. You can clearly see they are structurally very different. However, they are both used for flight. Another example is the leg of a horse and the leg of a grasshopper. The grasshopper is an insect and has a segmented leg with an exoskeleton, while the horse is a mammal with joints, tendons, and ligaments. Although the legs are structurally different, they carry out a similar function. Analogous structures are not associated with common ancestors like the homologous structures are. In addition, analogous structures are associated with convergent evolution, and homologous structures are associated with divergent evolution.
Okay. This word divergent means as I said earlier, because people and fish live in different environment. So fish need a fin to swim, and people live on land. We need our hands, like a monkey too. Like we need the hand to grab things. So different functions. That's what we said. What we heard earlier about the different function parts. Okay, so that's the 2 videos I'd like to share with you for now. Okay, now let's come back to our let's see. Okay, still you and me. Okay. Let's come back to the text itself. Okay, so analogous and homologous structures. So would you please read this paragraph, Lily?
Okay. Evolution is the study of how organisms change over time. Evolutionary by biologists gather evidence to determine how closely related one particularly useful type of evidence is anatomical evidence. Anatomy is the study of the internal structure of an organism. So, anatomical evidence is gathered by comparing the internal structures of two organisms to determine how closely related they are.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. This one we wait for later. Okay. So evolution, 演化. Okay. Evolution is the study of how organisms, 有机体, human being is an organism. Okay. Because a plant is organism, 有机体, 有机物. So how organisms change over time. Evolutionary biologists 演化的生物学家呢 gathered evidence 这个证据to determine 决定 I determined to do something 我决定要做什么。这个字呢通常告诉我们一个决心。用这个字，它告诉你有一个很坚定的这个信念，有个决心要去做某件事情。如果是用 decide 你只是决定一件事情，没有感觉到那种坚定的信念在里面如果用这个 determined 就是说他有很坚定的信念how closely related how closely related 多接近这个 relate 是有没有关系 alright so how closely organisms are so as we said earlier a butterfly and a human being how closely these two are related we can use evolutionary biologists needs evidence to decide okay so they will look at different structures. So one particular useful type of evidence is anatomical evidence. Anatomical evidence 我们身体上的结构上的一些证据。Okay. Anatomic is the study of internal structure, internal 内在的 all right, of an organism. Okay, 这个 SM Lily 它虽然没有看到母音可是这边有一个音节那个母音是藏在里面的 so organism okay 所以这个要对面一个音节出来so anatomical evidence is gathered okay 被收集起来了by comparing the internal structures of two organisms to determine how closely related they are. Okay, so this is the information before we start the next two paragraphs. So there are two types of anatomical structures, 两种 okay, that are particularly helpful to evolutionary biologists. Okay, so 两种结构 actually there are three types. Okay, the third type is not here, right? So homologous structure and analogous structures. Okay, so now please read homologous structures, please.
Homologous structures look over similar between organisms, even
Oh,
if
it's okay.
they okay.
Serve.
Okay. 老师还要
Please.
再念吗？
是 yes, please.
Even if they serve different functions. For example, the human arm and a hand and a bat wing serve two different functions. One is used for grasping and manipulating things, while the other is used for flying. Despite this functional difference, the bone structure between the human arm and the hand and a bat wing is strikingly similar.
Very good. Okay, so as the video we watched earlier, a human arm and a bat wing, different function. Okay, as we said that a bat wing is used to fly. Okay, and a human arm to use to grab things. Okay, here is another word, manipulate. manipulate 啊，manipulate 是有去操纵的意思，操控、操纵哦，是你如果说我们操纵某个人啊，就是说你用一些方法让他去做某些你想让他做的事，我们也是用这个单词 manipulate。OK， 那但这边呢是指你是如何去使用的意思。OK。All right, so even though these two have different functions, but they have very similar structures. Okay, so this kind of structure is called homologous structures. Okay, so they look similar between organisms. The similar here means that they have the same structures. Okay, bone structures. Even they serve some 提供出来的，它服务给你的哈，这个 serve 它的功能different functions. So this is an example, okay? So one is used for grasping 这 grasp 就是指的是我们的手，我们去抓东西的 ，and manipulate 我们去使用把东西转一转，然后就可以怎样这个用这个单词 manipulate things while the other 那在这个同时呢，这个 bat wing 这个 while the other 这个 the other 在这里指的就是这个 bat wing，OK？is used for flying. Okay, so different function, but very similar in structure. Okay, so as we saw earlier in the film, that the bones with the different colors. Okay, the color here used differently from the film we watched earlier. Okay, but don't mind that, right? So it says here the bone structure between the human arm and the hand. Human arm, when we say arm, we meant this part. When we say arm, we mean this part usually. And when we talk about hand, we mean this part. Okay, so there's a little slightly different, but usually an arm, because the hand is attached to the arm. So sometimes when we talk about arm, it includes the hand part. Okay, but if you talk about hands, only this part. Okay, not including the arm part. Okay. Okay, here's a word, striking. Okay, striking means 很惊人的strikingly similar 非常惊人的相像可以说非常非常的类似 OK， 让人不敢置信 striking 这边的 strike 不是打东西的那个 strike All right, now let's read another paragraph. Analogous structures, please.
Okay. Analogous structures serve the same function. Sorry, between two organisms, but look different. For example, a bat wing and a dragonfly wing are both used for flight, but structurally they are very different. The bat wing is made of bones, while the dragonfly wing is made of a thin substance called chitin.
Kitten.
A
Kitten.
chitin.
Okay, this word I just check because I don't know how to read it. Okay, as I said earlier, this kind of parts is what we are not familiar with. So many words are also new to me. All right, so this word H doesn't pronounce. It's silent. The H is here is silent. So you only pronounce C as a K. So kitten.
Kitten.
OK， kitten 就是那种翼，那个很薄翼的那个翼的结构啊，就 like a dragonfly wing and butterfly wing similar。OK，dragonfly 知道了哈，蜻蜓。All right, so an analogous structure serve the same function between two。这个字要稍微学会一下念哈 ，organism。 organisms, okay? But look different. For example, the bat wing and the dragonfly wing are the for flight. 这个 fly 哈，我们如果不会用这个单字，我们就会说 for flying，我们就用 fly fly 加 ing 啊，这个其实是可以理解的啊。但这个 fly 本身呢，就是飞翔的意思。啊，这个 fly 本身就是飞翔啊，但它也可以当做飞机嘛啊，这飞机这个飞程啊。All right, but structurally, structure， 但结构上 they are very different because in the film that we watch, a bat wing, there are many bones. But a dragonfly wing has no bones at all, but they have a very thin substance. OK, substance 一种物质啊 ，substance 是物质的意思啊。这种物质呢 is called 它是被叫做kitten， OK， 就是一个薄翼啊的这个内容哈。All right, so this is two different kind of structures. So far you understand the two words, right? So homo means same, 相同 same, okay? And it tells us the two structures, the animal who has the structures have the same as ancestors. 就很久以前的祖先是同一个来源的啊。All right. Okay. Now please read this part.
Because in organisms, genes determine its physical structure. Homologous structure provide evidence that two organisms are closely related. Analogous structure do not.
Very good. Okay. All right. This word genes. OK， 就是我们说的基因啊，我们人类基因啊，那个蝙蝠的基因。All right. Determine 啊，这个要小心念哈，这个单词也蛮常见的哟哈，所以我们最好是把它背下来啊。我们在传题的时候，这个单词其实很好用啊。虽然我们说我们下定决心要修道啊，我们就可以用这个是 determine。We are determined to cultivate Tao， right？ 啊，你用跟I decide to cultivate Tao， 那种感觉差好多。Determine 就是你非常坚定。decide 只是说好了，我做了一个决定，没有什么特别的感觉啊，所以这个单词是一个很好的单词，我们把它背下来So it's physical structure 哈，在看物质上的，真的物质是指它的身体上的啊，这个身体的结构上的啊，这个structure homologous structure provide OK 有提供一些evidence that the two organisms are closely related. The other one do not. Okay, 好，所以 all right, so let's practice. All right, so a whale's fin and the bat's wing. Which one? Homologous or analogous? Which one?
Homologous.
Very good. Okay, we can see that we have. 我接个电话好吗？
好，
我
可以
接个电话，很重要的电话。
好
喂，
，OK。
陈讲师
喂，
早。
念荣讲师
哎，
早
陈讲师早。
安。那
请问您
个后学的课可以调到7月30。
哦，太感激您了，
是是
太感谢
是，
了。
对对对，
哦，
后学查了一下那个整个课表，这样是可以的。
可以哈，好好，太感激
对
您。那
对对
后续赶快，
不会
跟王讲
不会，
师讲。好，
好好
谢谢
好
您哦。
，OK
哦，好，拜
OK，
拜，
不
拜拜，
会不会，
感
好，
恩，谢
拜拜。
谢，拜拜。哦，那个王祥安要调课啊，临时跟我们讲啊，还好，陈讲师可以帮忙调课。All right. 好，来 so let's come back here. All right, so here we can see that clearly a whale fin, you can see bones. Bat wings, you can see bones. So of course, homologous structure. Okay, good job. All right, number 2, human arm and a mole arm. Which one?
Homologous and analogous.
Which one? You can only choose one.
Only choose one. 这个是
Yeah, of
手
course.
跟
哎，这是一个 human arm，还有一个 mole arm，你觉得应该是 homologous 还是 analogous？
或许觉得两个都可以。
No No， 不，
哎
只能选
，no，
一个，只可能一个
只
答案
能选一个。
啊，只可能一个答案。
这个
看一下，
对啊，
这个很简单的，很简单
那
的，看一下。
应该构造一样嘛。
要
Yeah，成功的 analogous。
啊，analog 是它的 function 是一样的，是它的功
这个
能是一样的。
哦，它的功能，它是一个同
这个
形。那
analogous 的意思是它的功能是一样的。homologous
homologous
是它的结构是一样的。
哦，对，那就 homologous 这个是
当然是 homologous 啊，当然
啊，老
是啊。
师这个是人类的手啊，那个
哎，这个
那
是人类的手啊，这个
另
mole
外
是一种动物哈，这个动物是什么呢？待会我查一下哈。好，所以你看这个动物，你虽然不知道它是什么动物，可是你看它有骨头哎，它
对啊啊，
有骨头，
这个
然后这
我把它
骨头的结
当成都是
构跟你把它的骨头结构跟人的骨头结构其实很像，你看上面一个大骨
这样，
头，有没有？
对，
这边2个骨头，有没有？
哎，
然后这边呢
对
5个手指头，是不是很像？它
是
是一个爬
那
虫啊，不是一个爬虫，它是一个爬行类的动物。
哦，那后
爬行类的动物，
学查到 more 是好像也是人类的一种，所以或者要把它想成他
它是
们两个
人类的一
都一样，
种吗？猫是
就是
人类的一种吗？我看一下，我没有
就是哎 more
怎么拼 M O
是男生还是女生
啊？等
？more
于 hold on mole MOLE hold on 鼠鼹鼠
啊，
怎么会是人类呢？哦，你说的 mole 是指这个是间谍啊？这个是引申用法。你说他的，人家说哦，there's a mole in our department，我们这个部门里面有个间谍啊，就是他把他偷
哦
取我的资讯给别人、别的公司或者或者某个主管啊，那个我们叫做 mole。可是真正的 mole，它的原来的意思
哦，现在是要把它当成动物，是潜
哦，当然啦，
水的哈，
当然我们讲的是原始的意思。我们因为它
机
今天
器的对了，嘿嘿。
啊。哎，田鼠，对，它是
就是咱
原始的
讲机
老鼠，种
器可能，
老鼠啦，
对对对，
种老鼠，
就嘴巴
对啦，
尖尖那一种的，
种老鼠哈，鼹鼠或
对对，
田鼠吧。
那
OK，
应
好
该是 homologous，就是同
，homologous，
源嘛，
没问题。哎，是
对对，
同源的，
或许把它当成人类，不好意思，
那个应该
好，
是衍生的意思啊，在这边我们在
哦对，
讲应该是原始的意思啊。其实
好，
这一看就知道，因为它有图片，所以一看就知
哦
道，因为它这个结构太相像了，所以一定是 homologous。All right， 很好，
OK，
很好玩哦。
对，我要选两个都可以。好，OK，
Okay, now number 3. Look at an
好，
insect
好
leg, and a horse leg. Which one? Homologous or
，analogous，analogous，
analogous? Very good. 好 very good job. Insect 知道了
嗯
哈，是
嗯，
这个是什么意
这是
思？
昆虫，
昆虫。
昆虫，
Very good, very good
嗯
job. Okay, number 4. A bird wing and a dragonfly
，wing，
wing. Which one? Homologous or
analogous，
analogous?
analogous，
Okay, they have the
yes，
same function. They serve the
same
same
function，
function but different
对
structure. Very good job.
对，
All right, number 5, a shark wing and a whale fin. Fin 是指它的鳍。好，这边因为我们是在讲这个
鳍，
鱼，好，所以这个 fin 是指它的鳍，游泳的那个鳍，鱼
对，
鳍啊。All right, so
哦，
you think it's a
诶
homologous or analogous?
，analogous，analogous，
Okay. Um, I know you will think it's analogous, but I kind of
analogous，
think it's
对
homologous.
，analogous，
You think so? 但是它也有骨头哎，这边也有骨头哎。
哦，
Yeah.
所
OK，
以
我们等一下看标准答案，因为
好，
我觉得有，虽
好，
然它的 function 是一样的，它的
对，都
功
是
能，怎么讲？它也是OK，好，可能不一样，因为这个是哺乳类啊，这个是
对
鱼类，是不同类的啊。好
对
，right,
对对
right. OK, number
，OK，
6. Which one? A mole arm and red wing.
homologous，homologous，
Homologous. All right. Hey, good job. 很好，很好哈。好，so that's what we have for homologous and analogous structures. So now we know 一种是这个功能一样的，一个是主线一样的所以在这个结构上是不同的。Right. 好，那我们这边呢，这第7题我们就不做哈，因为要写，比
好，
较花时间
好，
哈。
好的，
好，所以我们这一课呢，这一个教材我们就先把它结束掉，再回头来看呢，这个我们的再看另外一个影片哈，它其实是一样的东西。It provide very similar information, but the reason I want you to watch another one is because we can review as well. Okay. I think we watched this one already, and we also watched this one. This one is another one. Okay. Vestical. Okay. So, but we don't watch this one. All right. I would like you to watch this one. Okay, gives more information, but very similar. Very similar information we have, but we'll practice one more time. Okay.
Things. If you were to look at although a dolphin uses its flipper to swim,
Flipper 就是这个 fin.
a horse uses its leg to run, and humans use our arms to grasp things. If you were to look at the anatomical structure of each of these appendages, it would be amazingly similar. Welcome to Moo Moo Math and Science and homologous structures. Homologous structures are anatomical structures that are similar structurally, but they tend to have different functions. Let's take a look at a couple examples. Take a look at the arm of a human, the leg of a cat, leg of a horse, wing of a bat, and a flipper of a dolphin. In the group, you have different species, but the anatomical structures look similar. Why would the bones in a dolphin's flipper have bones similar to what you use to grasp objects? These are homologous structures, similar anatomy, different functions. Notice that they are made up of similar bones. Each structure has a humerus,
What's this one?
2 forearm bones, the radius, which is in green, and the ulna, which is yellow, metacarpals, and phalanges. Notice that the dolphin has 5 phalanges, just like we have 5 fingers. But also notice that each structure has a slightly different function. The horse uses this structure to walk and run, and the bat uses the structure to fly, and again, the dolphin uses it to swim. Homologous structures can be used to infer evolutionary relationships among organisms. Because the structures are similar with the human, cat, horse, bat, and dolphin, it is easy to infer that they all came from a common ancestor. Thanks for watching, and remember, kindness multiplies kindness. Be kind to someone today.
Watch this one, huh? All right. Then which one is the one I want you to watch? Oh, so this one we didn't watch. Oh, see, they use the same picture, very similar picture. Okay.
5 phalanges, just like we have 5.
It's the same one. It's actually the same one. All right. I thought there's another one I'd like you to watch. Maybe not. Because... All right, here's another one. I haven't watched this one yet. I'm not sure option or not.
So, what are homologous structures? In short, they're body parts of different organisms that are similar in structure but different in function. So what does that mean? If you look at the picture here, you see the human arm, the dog leg, the bird wing, and the whale flipper. They all have similar structures. You see the yellow bones, the pale bones, and the red bones. All similar. The human arm writes. The dog legs are used to run and jump. The bird wings obviously used to fly. And the whale's flipper used to swim. They have different functions. So while homo means same, we're talking about same structure, not function. Remember that, okay? It's also important to remember that organisms that share homologous structures are evolutionarily related. And the more similar the structures, that means the more recent the common ancestor was, such as that between the chimpanzee and the human being.
Okay, so this one gives us more information. So the more similar.
Hey everyone, I'm Travis Spiver, joined with my son, Jordan Spiver.
Two species are related in their ancestors. So that's that one told us about. All right. So what do you think of this piece of text? How do you like it? Do you like it?
Yes.
你觉得今天这一篇怎么样？太无聊。
It's very good for us to analyze what is analogous and homologous structure.
Very good.
They are
yes.
different. Yes.
Yes, very good. And I think sometimes we should read something that we are not familiar with. Okay, so that gives us a little bit stress and to explore different topics. Although it's a little bit difficult, but with the help of the videos, kind of not that difficult at all, huh? What do you think?
Okay, thank you. Okay.
All right, and also in this article, we have some very good words: organisms and determined. Also, well, the autonomical. These few words, I don't worry about them because we don't actually use them a lot. But it's good to know what they are, right? We don't need to be able to say it, but when we hear it, we should know what they are next time when we come across of these words. All right, so it's not too bad. Okay. All right. Okay, so this one we will stop here. All right, we still have like 10 more minutes, and I would like to share with you another piece of video. Okay, nowadays I start to watch some videos and which I think are helpful or interesting. So now